So you're probably wondering, what in tarnation is this? Well, I'll tell ya. So this idea came out when I saw a lot of people bouncing their legs. I don't know if you do that, but you see these people who are sitting and they're like focusing and or just paying attention in class, and they're just bouncing their leg or they're like tapping their foot. And it's just they're doing it constantly and not really acknowledging that they are doing that. And then it got me thinking, what if there was a way to have these people be producing energy or generating energy while they're tapping their foot? Because it's a continuous motion and they're doing it so often. Could you utilize that and maybe get them a battery to charge their phone? So then I stumbled across this cool thing called piezoelectrics or piezoelectrics. Don't know how to pronounce it, but that's the general gist. And what they are is if they get compressed in a certain way, I mean, compressed in general, but also if they move in certain ways, they actually spark and create a little bit of energy. So the one example is in a lighter, the big long lighters with the long little heads have a little piezoelectric in there. So when you press the button down and it like snaps, it's actually compressing that piezoelectric and producing a little spark that while you're pressing the gas of the trigger, that's how it starts, and then that's where it comes out, and now you have the lighter. So then I realized, well, if they're tapping, they're just compressing the whole time. And then you can go and produce a little energy. So that's where this idea came from. So what this is the sole is the main part here. So here's my little shoe and then the sole. The sole is full of piezoelectrics. So we shall cut her open. Boom. So each of these like kind of pad things is one long piezoelectric slab. And there's 5 on each side. So that's 10 total. And so when you compress it, it produces energy. So then if you have them in both shoes, you might be able to produce enough energy or generate enough energy to charge your phone and have a backup. And so I had to do a little math. So for each like stack, so each 5 layers generates about 50 milliwatts per hour per foot. Again, this is just a rough estimate. So 2 of those would create about 100 milliwatts per hour. And then if you have it on in both shoes, that would be about 200 milliwatts per hour. And when you need to charge your phone, the Mac, or like to get it about halfway, is about 7.4 watts. And so if you calculate all that math out, it would take about 37 hours of bouncing to get 50% of a battery charged. Well, to charge a battery that would charge your phone 50%. So the thing is though, the more stacks you have, the less number of hours it takes. So there's 2 schools. So you could have a giant sole that has, say, 30 piezoelectric slabs, or you just have like a whole shoe that has more than just the piezoelectric slabs. So I am sorry if I am confusing you. The main goal of this is Each slab produces a little energy when you step on it. If you step on all of these together, then you get to multiply them all out by 10. So now you have 10 times the amount of energy you would get for just one. And so then if you bounce for 37 hours on this rough estimate of the steps per hour, you would have enough to charge your phone 50%. Which, theoretically, that is cool. So say you're stuck in the wilderness and you need to charge your phone, just walk for 37 hours. Again, you wouldn't be able to charge this while you're going. You would have to walk and then stop and then charge your phone. But it could happen. And this could be implemented into every shoe. Again, it's a little weird if you're going to have a bunch of batteries and everything like that in there. But it could. So that's the idea. That's the general gist of it. I think it would work. I think it would be sweet. And there's no way this could go wrong. It's just everyone has a bunch of energy. So thank you very much. And do you think this will work? All right. Goodbye.